Okay, so I'm going to make a walk around video about the 2019 Toyota Vios.G spec. So before this, I already make a walk around video for the Toyota Vios.E spec, so you can check it out of my previous video. So in today's video, I will be focusing on the G variant. So Toyota Vios does come with three variants: the 1.5E, J, 1.5E, and also the 1.5G, which is the highest variant of the 2019 Toyota Vios. So now Toyota have discontinued the manual transmission for the 2019 Toyota Vios facelift. So in my opinion, right, this Toyota Vios is not exactly the facelift, it's more than a facelift, so it's all new, but the chassis still uses the third generation Toyota Vios. So now let's jump into the exterior tour. So exclusive to the 1.5G variant, you get halogen projector headlights, while the J and E spec you get halogen reflectors, and also with follow me home function for the G variant, and you get LED DRL standard across the range. And for the G variant, you get 360-degree camera. It's nicely integrated at the front, the rear, and also the side mirrors. For the G variant, you get fog lights, but this sideburn is more simple than the Toyota Yaris, which has a lot of fins at the sides. At the side, you get 16-inch alloy wheel for the G variant, while on the J and E spec, you get 15-inch. It's not dual-tone design. The G spec is the only variant you get dual-tone rim. So the 360 cameras is integrated down the base on the side mirror, so to me this is a nice integration. And for the G variant, it gets blind spot monitoring system, rear cross traffic alert. So the keyless entry and keyless start is standard across the range for the Toyota Vios, and also the G variant is the only variant you get chrome door handle. At the rear, G variant is exclusive to get a rear disc brake, while on the rest variant you get drum brakes. So to me this is a big update compared to the previous Vios, and also the Honda City offers drum brake standard across the range. So this is a pretty generous feature. And at the roof you get shark fin antenna. And only the E and G variant gets LED tail lights. On the J spec you get halogen bulb type. And also the rear fog light is integrated at the reflectors. Rear parking sensors are standard across the range. The G variant badge. And you get ducktail spoiler and also the body kit for the G variant. So let's get into the interior. So for the G spec, you get Vios kit plate. When you start the car, this will light up as blue light, and manual adjustment seats. And you pull this lever to release the boot lid. You pull this to release the fuel cap. So for the door cards, you get storage space with cup holders, and also leather cladding with some stitching. But the rest are hard plastic. Is acceptable for this price point, because Honda City, for the door cards, it has almost all hard plastic. Windows, there are no automatic function for all windows, only for the driver's side. Chrome door handle for the G variant. And when you step inside the car, the interior is the massive improve over the past Vios model. And you get start stop button, and you get all the bells and whistles inside the car for the G variant. So you get manual headlight leveling, front parking sensors, electronic stability control off, 2 driving mode selection, and also a small storage down here to store your coins. And for the G variant, you get Optitron meter cluster. To me, this Optitron meter cluster is pretty beautiful when it light up. And you get leather steering wheel for the G variant and steering motor controls. But there's no cruise control, which to me it should be improved, because when you go long distance journey, your leg will feel a bit tired. So this must be improved for the next facelift or the new Vios model. Get silver highlight at the bottom spoke, and exclusive to the G variant, you get pedal shifters. So to me, this is a pretty good features. When you go for Genting run, you can play with the pedal shift when going uphill or downhill. And this is the light and indicator control with automatic function. And standard across the range, you get digital automatic climate control with all the controls located right here. And this controls your fan speed, temperature, recirculation, automatic function, and aircon off. And it gets Toyota in-house touchscreen head unit with Bluetooth connectivity function, aux jack, and USB connectivity. So down here we get a panoramic view monitor, which basically is the 360 camera which I show you at the exterior tour. Down here you get two cup holders, and this Vios using a CVT gearbox with virtual 7-speed. It's a rather small storage to store your phone, and also 12-volt socket. And to me, the interior packaging is not as excellent as the Honda City, but nonetheless it feels better built and feels more high quality than the Honda City. But actually this is a new color. The Honda City came out a couple of times, and automatic dimming rear view mirror. And one downside of the Toyota Vios is the center armrest actually mounted very back, so your arm cannot rest comfortably in the armrest. So this will be improved by putting in front a bit or make it adjustable or slidable. So here you get a decently sized glove box. It's rather small in my opinion. And you get leather seats. For the G variant, the J and the E variant, you get fabric. Melting mirror. So yeah, let's get to the rear seats. The door opening quite wide, and you also get a Vios keep plate and leather cladding for the door cuts, door pockets, and also cup holders. Okay, the rear seats, I get enough leg support, but the legroom is not as impressive as the Honda City and the Honda Jazz, because Honda did a great job in interior packaging. But to me, this is enough for daily usage. You get seat pocket for the rear seats, for the front driver seats, and you get adjustable headrest, and also the central armrest with two cup holders. Pretty standard B segment rear seats. And also you get two USB port down here for charging. And also because of the central armrest mounted pretty back, so it will eat out some space for the middle passenger. But one thing good at is the Toyota Vios actually have a seamless rear floor, so it will give you a more comfortable sitting position for the middle row, for the middle passenger. So now the car is not started yet, but you can open the boot by pressing the button below the Toyota logo, or using a lever inside the car. Pretty decently sized boot. You get the Vios tray right here. Down here you get a full size sport rim. One the J and E spec you get steel rims. Pretty good plus point. You can also fold out the rear seats for load longer item. The seat in the Vios split 60-40. Okay, so now conclusion time about the 2019 Toyota Vios. So would you pay the same price to buy the Toyota Vios.G spec or the Yaris G spec? So you are the kind of person that it doesn't need the leather seats, because the Yaris, if no matter which variant you choose, you only get fabric seats, and you don't need such a big boot like the Toyota Vios. And you need a small car for daily usage, like to work, to shopping, and easy to park. I think you can consider the Toyota Yaris, because the Toyota Yaris has a smaller body compared to the Vios, and it handles well compared to the Vios because it loses out the rear boot. So it also gives you a confidence when driving, and also it's very easy to maneuver and parking compared to the Vios. So if you're the kind of person who wants practicality, at the same time you need to sit 5 people comfortably inside the car, and at the same time you also need to load many luggage or stuff inside the car, I think you can consider the Toyota Vios, because the Toyota Vios offers you high amount of safety features compared to the Toyota Vios. Honda City, such as it offers you 7 airbags as compared to the Honda City only offers you 6, and rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, and the rear seats are decently spacious too. And also the boot space is larger than the Toyota Yaris, so you can consider the Toyota Vios as your family vehicle. So yeah, this is my initial conclusion about the 2019 Toyota Vios.G spec. So if you live in Seremban, you want to buy the Toyota vehicle, you can come over here. This showroom is Laser Motor 4S, which sells Toyota vehicles, and I'll put their contact number in the description below. So if you want to buy, you can contact them. So you can support me by subscribing my channel, like and share my videos. So thank you guys, and cheers.